Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and it's a new month, which means a new battle box. And if you want to see what my 3 favorite items of this month is, stay tuned. Okay, so coming back, as you can see, everything's open. I had already done this video, but I somehow lost the footage, and I'm kind of glad I did, because initially this backpack was one of my picks for favorite things, but I'll go over why I changed my mind after I do go through everything again. So one of the items that I got was the Ready Man backpack. It's got this quick release Velcro. It opens up all the way, lays flat, and then it's got like this fleece material, and then it's got a sleeve here for the fleece material as well. So I got a backpack. I got a siphoning pump, and the hoses and everything are rated for gasoline and oil. So this is a very well-rounded pump. I actually already own one of these, and I have used it quite a bit. There's a lot of things you can do with these pumps. Next, all this stuff is already open because, like I said, I did this video once already, but I got a Kershaw Shuffle, and so it's just a small little knife. It's got a really deep pocket clip, and it's just a really small knife. It's got a bottle opener on it, so you know it's a survival tool, because it's not a survival tool unless it has a bottle opener, right? And then I have this little EDC. It's got a key ring on it, but the Kydex is so loose, I wouldn't carry it on a keychain. But it's got a little blade on it, and a screwdriver, and a bottle opener, and a little seatbelt cutter. And so, just a little something, I guess. I wouldn't really carry this. And like I said, the Kydex is really loose on this. I wouldn't trust this to stay on a key set. So, keep that in mind if you got this box. Next, we have a Ready Man card. Now these are lock blockers. Now I don't know how well these work, but what you do is they come in pairs, and so you have the lock blocker, and then you have a key to remove that blocker. So what it does is you put the lock blocker into a lock, and so then the key can't fit in there because this is in the way. So your key won't fit in there, so nobody can get in there. You can't pick it, you can't anything, because the blocker's in the way. And then it comes with a little tool to get that out, so that only you can get that out and then insert your key and unlock your lock. Which, I don't know if they work. I guess it's a good idea, but I can't see how convenient these things would be, you know, unless you have a lock that you don't use hardly ever at all. You know, maybe if you had like a storage locker and you hardly ever go there, maybe you go there like once a year, if that. Maybe having one of these in there so that your lock can't get picked, but you can just bolt cut them. So I don't know how useful these are, but it's a good idea. They really thought outside the box. Next item is a Silcock key. Now these, for those of you that don't know, when you have like a florist or a window washer that works on commercial buildings, like downtown buildings, they don't have a water spigot like we have on the outside of our houses, where you just turn the knob and the water comes out. So you need the special key to get at their spigots, and so usually the small ones unscrew the door, so there's usually a door that hides them so they're not just sticking out in the open. and then the large ones are for actually turning on the water. So this is the knob to turning on the water. So this unlocks the door and turns on the water, so that like florists, you know, they can get water from those buildings to water the plants out front and take care of the gardens. And the window washers obviously need it as well to wash the windows and keep the building clean. And so in an emergency situation, this would be extremely helpful. This box, if I haven't mentioned it, it's urban survival. It's civil unrest. And so if there was a rioting and there was just civil unrest and everything was just chaos, right? And things were getting shut down and people were just, you know, it was just all out, just like crazy. You know, you have access to water that most people don't have access to. So I really like this thing. Next, we have a little shovel. I know what this is because, like I said, I already did this video. And this is a really small package, right? And so I like this too. BattlBox really did a good job this month. I really enjoy my box. It's small. It's got a compass on the back of the handle. It's got the shovel, and it's got a pick, and you can adjust it in any way you want to adjust it. So you can have it and it's got a bottle opener for your ultimate survivalists. It's got a bottle opener and then a little serrated thing here. So I suppose if you were digging and you ran into a rut, you could probably get through a rut. But I wouldn't use it as like a saw. It's not really that good of a saw. But if like a thin rut or something, or vines or something that you get when you're digging into dirt, this might cut through that. But yeah, this is a really good little tool here. And it's so small. This is probably going to go in my Jeep. It's just going to live there. You know, it's never really going to get in the way. I'm never going to have to really take it out and then put it back. You know, I can find a home for it under a seat, and it can just stay there forever. And if I need it, I have it. If I don't need it, I won't even know that it's there. So this is really cool. And then I think last, we get a breaching tool. And so this is a little Ontario knife breaching tool. It comes with paracord so you can wrap the handle. And it's just a little pry bar, right? And it's really small. And again, it's heavy duty. You know, it's Ontario knife, which they make good gear. I have a Ontario Rat 1 and a Rat 2 because I liked them so much. So Ontario, they make good quality stuff, and it's just a little breacher bar. So you put this into a door frame and then you pry the door open. And so it's in civil unrest, again, the city's abandoned, you know, you can get water and you can break in to get supplies. And so they had a mission, and they tried to think about what you would need to complete that mission. You know, stay hydrated, stay fed, get your supplies up. And so I really enjoyed this box. I really had a lot of fun with this box. But you came for my 3 top picks. And so to start off, my first top pick is probably this shovel, because I'm going to use this shovel. I'm going to put it in my Jeep, and it's going to live in there. And if I ever have to dig out snow or mud or whatever, I have a tiny little shovel. Another thing is sometimes you get to camps and the fire pit's filled to the brim, and it'll be nice to have a little shovel to dig out the fire pit and then keep the mess inside here. You know, I have a trowel that I use for other things, but I like to pack that, you know, and I keep that clean, where this I don't have to worry about, you know, because the mess will stay inside here and I don't really care, right? And so this is a really good item. And then my backpack, the backpack that came with it, this was one of my top 3 picks because I thought my laptop would fit in this sleeve and it could be my little day pack for like if I was going to like a hotel or something. Because you don't need to bring much when you're going overnight in a hotel. But my laptop doesn't fit. It fits in the top, but it's got a V cut to it, and so it only goes in halfway, and then it stops. It doesn't go in all the way. And so I can't really think of another use for this backpack. It's too small for any other use. And so I don't really know what else I would use it for. Okay, my third pick is this pump. I already own one, so I already know how wonderful they are. And I've used these to inflate footballs and stuff as well. So it's not just a siphoning device, and it comes with adapters too. And the adapters you can use, so like this is for pumping up like tires, so you can snap it onto a tire valve and then pump, hand pump, so that you're not holding it and trying to pump at the same time. This will lock on. And so it comes in really handy in a lot of different ways, and so I really enjoy this. So those are my three favorite things: that little shovel, which is going to live in my Jeep, the siphoning tool, and then the Silcock key. And so that's my picks. And then the backpack, like in the first time I did this video, the backpack was in the top 3, but like I said, once I found out my laptop didn't fit in there completely, it is wide enough on top, but it's got that V cut, and so that kind of got put on the back burner. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but if I can find a good use for it, maybe it'll come back. My camera bag is actually the other bag that I got in the previous BattlBox. So the bushcraft bag is actually my camera bag now. So if I'm going somewhere to shoot, I got my camera bag and the different tripods. I got my camera set up right now, but I got all my other camera equipment in here ready to go. And so that came in real handy. And it's big enough to fit everything. Plus, if I want to pack my cook kit and a lunch or something, it's big enough to fit that in there as well. And so I can use it for other things. So this BattlBox, it really has brought me a lot of gear that I use all the time. A lot of my cooking implements have came from BattlBox. A lot of my cordage has come from BattlBox. My camera bag has came from BattlBox. My EDC lighter and some of my EDC gear came from BattlBox. And so I really enjoy getting this box because it makes me get things that I wouldn't normally purchase, like this Silcock key. I've been thinking about getting one of these for a really long time. I've just never pulled the trigger because it's one of those things that I'll probably never ever use, but it's that peace of mind knowing I have it. Knowing that in an emergency, I can go into town and get water from a commercial building. That's a good peace of mind to have, right? And I always wanted one. It's been on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and I keep looking at it, and they're like $8, and so it's like it's only $8, but then at the same time it's like I could spend that $8 on something else. Like I'll probably never need it, but I'm glad that I finally got one. And it takes something like BattlBox to get you to own stuff like this and actually pull the trigger, and it gets you thinking about stuff like a breacher bar. I never really thought about getting a breacher bar, but now that I own one, I was looking at different options. And you guys know that I love my BK2 and my BK9. Well, they have a BK3, which is a blade with a serrated edge and a flat edge, and then it's got a breaching tool on the end as well. So it's a breacher bar knife combo. And that'd be really cool to have too. And it gets you thinking about other things, you know what I mean? It gets you thinking outside the box, and it gets you thinking about actual events like Civil Unrest. If there was just chaos and stuff, and everybody in my town just up and vanished. You know, they went to some camp somewhere because there was war or something broke out, and everybody just took off to these camps where they knew they were going to be taken care of. And would I go there? You know, would I go with them? Would I want to live in those situations? Would I hold back? And if I did hold back, how would I make it through? How would I, you know, continue to feed my family and take care of myself and stay fed and hydrated and keep myself clean? And, you know, like, it's all these things that BattlBox really tests you and makes you think about, okay, these are your options if something like this were to happen, but what are you going to do, you know? And so I'm a fan. I really enjoy BattlBox. And I can only afford the advanced box, which is really awesome because they do break it up. It's not like if you can't afford this box, you can get the $25 a month box. And there's the $50 a month box, which is this one, and then the $100 a month box, and the $150 a month box, which you get a knife every month if you're a Pro Plus member at the $150 value. And so they break it up. It's not like you either are a part of BattlBox or you're not. There's different levels so that everybody can be a part of the group and share in the thought process and get the cool little things that really make a difference, you know. So that's that. Make sure to check the links in the description box below. Not only will they give you more information about the products, but they help support the channel as well. And as always, leave your knowledge and your questions in the comments section. What do you think about this box? The last two boxes I know got a lot of grief, but I really am a fan of this box. They found a mission, and they really took the time to find the components that would really help in that mission. And so I'm a fan. But let me know what you think in that comment section. And then like and share these videos to help spread that knowledge to the people we care about most. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. I have a new video every Sunday and Thursday, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.